Hello everyone, it's me here, Rich. Unreal just crashed on me, so I'm just going to load it up again. Second attempt to film this. So yeah, just another update on Gunsmith, and I thought today we could just go through the progress we've made. And I know I've got a very clean looking desktop and PC there, but just reformatted. I've spent the last 2 or 3 weeks fixing my PC, which has just been complete crap. It's just been breaking on me. I had no idea how on earth it got so bad, but Microsoft decided that it was going to just replace some drivers, and that was my PC doomed for ages. So it took me forever to work that out. Um, but here we go, Gunsmith. So really today I thought I'll go through what we've accomplished. We're nearly at version 10. We have Gunsmith on Steam now, not open to the public just yet, but it is there, and we are testing. And we're getting stuff ready behind the scenes for the Steam page. I'm going to look at seeing what we can do, because I don't want to make it public yet, but I definitely want people to start maybe being able to play it for free and just giving us some feedback. But I don't think we're not even near allowing people to play it yet, because we want some more stuff. But I thought I'd show you some development on it anyway. And when this is done, we'll be able to hop into the game. But yeah, like I say, I think we're getting close to version 10, and here we go. Right. So now we don't have any lame error messages or anything. They're all gone. I've finalised the logo and the design, so I'm happy with that now. And this is our splash screen. So as soon as you hit launch, this is what you'll get. And now we also have intro done. We don't have the full intro done, but you know, we've got the U4 logo. The main menu's nice too. So here we go. I'll show you through. This is Gunsmith. So this is our main menu. I really like this. What I really want to have here is like weapons going from each country. So there's like little streaks of light, not like the light, but so you can see the. I'm just going to turn this down a bit, so you can see the weapons that are being transported across the ocean to what countries or whatever. And this main menu looks wicked. I'm really happy with this now. I need to just mess around with the greens because this one's a bit brighter, and I just wanted to do a few colour schemes and see what happened. But what I'm going to have in here is we're going to have like deaths caused by global arms trade and like profit by global arms trade. So it's going to be all over the globe in the sea. I was thinking like extra bits on the menu and stuff. I might put in here, so like workshop maybe and stuff can go up here, and I'm just going to dot it around the globe, and I think that'd be a really cool menu. So I did the little sounds, and Airdale Programmer has been doing a wicked job and everything, but I got this sound the other day. So yeah, and then when you hit new game, you're in the game. So we're making some really epic progress, and I'm really happy with the way everything is at the moment. So we're on version 7, but I think this is definitely more going towards version like 9 or 10. We're just waiting for some music to put in here, but we've got some pretty cool music, and you've probably seen if you were on the Discord, the little box that I put up about Welcome to Gunsmith. I want to get a voiceover for that, but so far this is what we've got. I've changed the UI, and we can go back to the main menu anytime, so we're kind of getting this like structure now. We're happy with the game. We need to work out loads and do other things, but in general we're starting to get a nice framework now, and it's all working pretty solidly. So I went for a darker UI. We've just been optimizing as well, because for some reason I don't know what well, I did work out kind of what it was before, but just with Unreal getting to learn it, it's quite a steep learning curve, but it's a nice engine to use. But we got a nice solid, 180, 160 FPS there. I don't know what the random 50 is coming in there, but whatever. It's nice and responsive. So Lighting needs to be rebuilt, but you know, when doesn't it? Um, so what is going on? So we've basically been working on the UI. The gameplay is evolving slowly, but we thought that the UI really needed to be fleshed out a bit more, because we've got this cool 3D content and it all looks wicked, but we can't do anything with it at the moment, because it's kind of just, we don't have the UI to support it, and the UI looked pretty crap. So I've just redone the whole thing. I haven't implemented it all yet, but we've just been programming it, scripting it behind the scenes, and I've slowly been doing the graphics. So we'll start off with resources. Resources here, this is your old UI, but obviously all of your resources are stacked up here. Build menu is the one that I've now replaced. So the build menu looks way cooler. And I've done loads of little loads of boxes for these, but I've done new graphics for everything in here, and I think this looks really awesome, and I'm going to show you the rest of the graphics in a minute that I'm just implementing now. So we're going to go for this style because I was thinking, how is there a way to punch through the green-black theme? Because this is such a, what I found really hard to do is break away from the kind of theme, the color theme, because what you've got here is a really graphically 3D intense game that looks really awesome, right? And you can zoom in and see all these wicked details. And then we had ourselves with this like clinical UI here, so just a gradient, a black grey gradient, and that wasn't too good. It works for 2D games, like Big Pharma, for example. It looks fine because it totally matches the theme, but I just found that this really wasn't working for this. So we've added a little bit more of a kind of graphical flair to it, and I'm really happy with the way this is going here. And I'll show you all the other icons I've got, but they look wicked. I've spent forever on them, like way too much time I have spent on these icons. Um, so the menus are going to start to look like that, and I've just added like a tiny little pattern texture onto these things, very subtle. Um, and there's an extended menu as well, and so that kind of shows you the difference, and I really think this is way better. Um, so it's definitely a good direction to go here. What I would like to do in time is I had two ideas. I wanted to have one where when you hit build menu, all of the build icons just drop down from this top bar and they go across the whole screen. Also, um, we have considered putting the build menu down here at the bottom, which I think we're going to do on the next version. I think that'll be a good thing to do because I like this, but what I've been thinking is you won't be able to see the resources in the build menu at the same time, or research, for example. So basically, I think it would be good if you could have the build menu open, maybe down here, excuse me, and check out your resources. That would be cool. Um, so yeah, so we've got the build menu done, research done, and one thing I don't know if I showed you last time, but we now have working is the global market. So basically you just open and close it here. And now we're still working on this, but you will be able to buy raw material in and out of the factory via the global market. All of these will fluctuate up and down, and we're just messing around with some at the moment. But basically we can just click on lead, see the price, we can sell or buy. So we can buy for 5,000, sell for 6,960. So the economy is a bit messed here at the moment, but we've just been working on getting things done correctly, and the maths working right. So basically, the thing is, you could actually get really rich in this game just by stock market trading, like the metals and the items, if you wanted to. So I think that's definitely something we're going to be putting in for an achievement. It's just like basically playing the stock market on here and seeing how rich you can get. Um, and what you're going to be able to do is you're going to be able to buy stuff from countries on the world map. So we're going to be putting a world map up here, and we're also going to be putting a cookbook. And I'll get onto the cookbook in a minute. But basically, the world map is going to show you what regions are destabilized, very much like the main menu. So you'll have, I'll go back to it in fact, because I think we're going to make it quite similar. Um, so you're going to have what regions are destabilized, what where you're shipping guns to, uh, what your kind of relationship is with those customers and what countries, etc. Now what we want to do is, if you're buying like say steel from China, um, and then there's a massive conflict in China for whatever reason, or some kind of breakdown of society, and you're pumping arms in there and you're basically destabilizing the country, I want to push the price of steel up as a result of that. So you kind of got to be careful what you do. So it's like a there's definitely a reaction for everything you do. And if you want to start shipping arms to Africa, for example, you can start doing that, but you'll destabilize the region. Maybe Europe will step in, NATO might step in, and sorry, the UN might step in or do one of these things. So it's definitely going to be like a yin yang kind of cause and effect to everything. So you have to be really careful with the way you do, who you do business with, where you ship the weapons, etc., etc. But that's how the market's going to be effective. So what you could maybe do is you could buy up, say, loads and loads of copper. So if there's a nation that's really heavy copper export, you could maybe buy loads of it up, and then you could destabilize the region, force the price of copper up, and then sell it. But that's I mean, this is way far down the line. But this is the first level, and like I said, you would normally get the like message thing coming up and saying welcome to Gunsmith, blah 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 blah. But at the moment, I want to work on a voiceover for that whole thing. But what we do have now is we have all the lines in place. There's more models to put in, but I just haven't done them yet. I'm still working on it. So what I'm going to do now is just create our first line that everything completely works now. So I'm just going to add these in. So this is our dispenser. This is where your line will always start. And I'm going to just give it a decent amount of space. I'll try to make this really small, just to get it as efficient as possible. But I think just so I don't cock it up, I will. See, I've already messed that one up. Just make them a bit bigger. I'll turn it up so you can kind of hear the ambience now. So I'm just going to make gloves for the time being, and we have the belts in here. This is your line stuff. So it's kind of, I'm just going to check, see if I've got enough recording this. I didn't check the time. I'm just going to chop the video, guys. 1 second, sorry. Okay, I'm back. So yeah, I'm just going to make gloves. This machine UI that when we click on the dispensers, it does pop up here, and we thought that would be cool to begin with. But after playtesting, it's actually a bit like, it's a bit lame. Like, it can pop up like here, for example, and you can't see it all. So what we're going to do when you press this, it's just going to pop up from the bottom, and then that gives us consistent UI for the machines as well. Just because we were just thinking about making it as playable as possible. So for the time being, all I'm going to do is I'm going to get the heater, pop that there. So we've got now the dispenser, the belt, the heater. I've made all this 3D content, by the way, and it's taken me forever, but I'm really happy with the way it's all turned out. So the heater is going to eventually heat up our plastic. Now I know this because sorry, rip headphone users maybe. I know this because I've been designing it, but this is what the cookbook's going to be for. So when you first start off, you're going to have, you're going to get some like instructions and tips, blah 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 blah. But the cookbook is really going to be where you decide where you want to take things, and it's going to say you need etc etc etc. So that will help guide you through what you want to have in your factory and kind of what you're going to need prerequisite wise. So after that, I think the folder's somewhere in here, so I haven't done the graphics for it. So now we've got our heater to heat up our plastic, and then the plastic former will sort that out. This is the cutter. So I'm going to be replacing this. I did put these images in, but they look a bit lame. So I'm going to replace them with these cool graphics that I've been making. There we go. Sweet. So we've got that. So that's the 2 lines we need to make the gloves. Now, what we can do is... Oh, I've done that one all around. Just put these belts in. And then I need one of these, but hopefully I was messing around with this and I've messed up the collision for this one, which is a bit annoying. Let me stick one of those on there. Yes. But now I need a 1. Is this going to work? Yay! Okay, and we actually want that the other way too. Right, so we've got this one coming down here, and this one coming across here. Nice, so we've got our little line working now. Like I said, it's not very immersive at the moment because we don't have the ambient sound or any, like, all we've got is a few machine sounds and the conveyor belt sounds. But we're working on these things. And merger, so this merges 2 objects. And then we want to have another one coming out. And then for gloves, we need it to have a 2 sewing. The arrow's messed up on this one, so we need to work out what way it was supposed to go. Still haven't fixed it. I'm pretty sure it went that way. We'll give it a go, see what happens. Oh, by the way, just to go on to something, we also made like a Hoover mechanic. So you press F, and then you can just put the spotlight over whatever, and you will be able to hoover it up eventually. So that was a really cool little feature. But for now, we'll just finish this off. So this requires 2 sewing machines after. See, it's backwards. 2 sewing machines after it comes out of the thing, but I think we're just going to put that down to 1 because it's a bit excessive. Maybe we'll just do 1 there. See, it gets quite addictive when you try and make it really small and try and get it as efficient as possible. Right, yes. Okay, cool. So those gloves will be sewn together, and then get the old box there. Put that on there, and then we can just do 1. And go back to the line end of line. Boom, and that's our first production line. So like I said, I'm going to slim it down. But now all we have to do is tell it we want plastic in here. Like I said, all of this UI is going to be down the bottom here. Plastic and fabric. And away we go. Turn them on, and we should be in business. Cool. We're dispensing, and now this is heating up. It doesn't know what it wants us to make in here though, so we're just gonna. Oh, this one's already defaulted to plastic chunk. So that's just making those anyway. But this one, we're just going to choose fabric glove, and then it's should output the glove. Should output the glove. Way, there we go. Nice. So then when we go into the merger, we've got a little bit of a collision issue on this one. I need to work on the one units, but that's no biggie. I can get that done pretty soon. And then we can say we want camo glove. I think it's defaulted to camo glove anyway. Yeah, they both go into there, and then the merger machine basically takes all the units, adds them together. When this is fixed, it'll obviously go in a lot smoother, but for the time being it's fine. And then it outputs them together as one finished piece. It gets the double sew, and then I've got this the wrong way around. No, right way around. And then once this hits 20, we will output a box. And hopefully in a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. I kind of like that some stuff falls off the belt. I think it's actually really neat that we don't have it so it's like locked. So you're assured to get the unit, because I used to work in a factory like years and years and years ago, and you would never get 100% success rate going through the belt. And there's our first box. There we go. So it comes down the conveyor belt, and then it kind of slides off the end, boop, gone, and now that has gone over here. There we go. First box of gloves. So yeah, and if you wanted to, I don't know if we could. We've got the racks working now. It all stacks up. We'll just get rid of these quickly. Just so I can demo. I believe I could delete all of these, and then we could rebuild them. So that stuff stays there because it was just visual. We haven't scripted it to get rid of all the stuff. Oh, that's where that box must be because it's a physical item. very nice. So we could have it so... Oh, another box is coming. Right. I'm hoping it'll stack up on here now. Yeah, there we go. That's so awesome. So we can have those two lines now. You can start to see how our factory is actually... it's starting to really get some decent... I shouldn't be able to fit in there. I don't know why it fits here. It's starting to really flesh out, you know. So we can have these 6 here just for gloves, if you wanted to. Now, oh, still a few bits to do. Our items don't auto sell yet, but I think we're gonna get customers for that. Now, what we can do is just basically add more to this, so we can have another merging machine and more dispensers. So we can kind of do one here, and we'll get the merging machine and output onto that one, right? Cool, yeah. So this is why it's getting getting pretty neat, and I'm pretty happy with how this is going. And so we're going to do cutting again. Just jot that over a bit. And oh whoops. Well, for the purposes of demonstration, I will put this in the pole. And hopefully we can get it in. What I also do kind of like is the fact that I like the fact that it's not so clean cut, and you can actually use a 2 and a 1, because that kind of stuff used to happen all the time as well. So it doesn't have to be a precise measurement. By the way, I absolutely love how this looks now. But yeah, so I might use a 1 here again. Go for the heater. Use another 1, and then we'll go for the plastic former. Where's it gone? There we go. And then that should be good to go in, providing the collision works. Yes, nice. So now you can see our line is starting to get quite complicated, which is pretty awesome. Go fabric glove again, plastic chunk again, and output plastic. See, now there's the UI issue, see? That's why we're changing it. And fabric, turn on. Nice, so now we have the double whammy going in. But notice how we don't have to do the extra sewing bits, right? Oh, really need to sort these 1 pieces out. The twos are actually perfect, but the 1s still need a bit of work. But yeah, so notice how we can put these together now, and the gloves are going out 2 at a time, which is really cool. And then this should speed up our production. There we go, nice. We got 5 boxes already. Got loads of boxes of gloves coming through, and loads of product getting lost off the lines. But you know, whatever, that happens, and it happens in RL2. So what I would like to do is maybe give the player the ability to, like, with this, pick them up and put them back on the... Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh god. Oh god. Whoops. Oh, now the gloves this has all gone horribly wrong. Oh no. Stop. Everyone stop. Oh god. Okay. Well, now we've got an issue, because the Hoover does work. Yes, the Hoover works. Okay, right. Quickly, Hoover. Yes. Oh, I hoovered that too. No. Okay. Oh god. Oh no. Stop it. Oh god damn it. Right. Hoover. Oh no, it doesn't fit now. Oh god. Alpha. Alpha. Okay, right. Let's try and... Oh, now... Okay, well we know the Hoover works. The Hoover does work. That's for sure. So I'm going to turn these off. What this actually brings me through to a pretty decent point. We're implementing a thing called line control, so you're going to be able to turn off these lines. Oh man, I'm really happy that worked. I didn't think it worked. Yeah, so you're going to be able to turn off these lines. So now they're kind of running out. But I want to have that so you can pop like a computer here and you can link up the whole line and basically switch it off all at once, so you won't have to go around clicking all 4 machines like I just did. And we're just going to get rid of those quickly and redo them. And place. I'm out of money. What's going on? Let's get rid of that one too. Let's have a look. Classic merger. Why can't we? Let's have a look. Seems like it's all good. Don't know why that's happening, but we're still working on the Hoover. Maybe the Hoover hasn't deleted the correct things, but in essence, basically, what I was going to do is show you that you don't have to make an entirely new line. You can just do the beginning of one line or another, and I'm sure people are going to find really crazy ways to make this way better. But eventually, after you've done this, it will pop out and just sell to whatever customer has ordered them, and then that will replenish your money. So happy days, basically. I also want you when you're selling these things, get a bit of a cash injection back in. That's it for now. We're adding loads of cool stuff. We have, I think, what we got on here? Plastic, fabric. I did see the trousers in there. I think we might have implemented those too. But this is actually the first time I've even tried to do the trousers. So I don't know what they'll look like. Fabric and fabric trousers. Let's have a look. 2 fabric sheets. Have we got anything? Uh-oh. Oh, I see trousers. Oh no, that's the plastic going, that's the fabric going in. No, trousers haven't been finished. But I think there's some stuff over here. Yeah. So this is our backpacks, our boots that are going to be going in. This is a zipping machine. It's a new machine that we've been working on. And there's loads of stuff. I'm just going to do the video again. Sorry, 1 second, guys. Yeah, so that's that. We have got this is the zipping machine, so it looks really cool, and you can start to see how this factory is going to really build up pretty good. Like for the Kevlar, for example. I wonder if that was blocking it. Oh, nice. Okay, I've just been odd. Anyway, it's obviously some kind of bug we haven't found yet. But yeah, you can see how this factory is going to start to build up and start looking really cool. What I'm really hyped to start doing is the bullets and guns, because I reckon once we start doing that kind of stuff, it's going to look so cool. But what else have we got in the menu that I haven't put in? Welder, plastic, welder's not done yet. Zipper, merger, and for line shaker. This will shake. This is going to shake bullets. Done the sound effect for this one too. But this is going to go up and down really fast and basically get water out of bullets and stuff. There's also a cooler as well, but I haven't put that on the menu. But yeah, let's get out of here. So this is basically the game so far, and I'm really happy the way it's fleshing out, and it's just going to be wicked soon. I'm really happy with everything. So let us know what you think. Tell us about the UI, if you like the UI. Tell us about market, resources, cookbook, whatever. We really want to just hear what you guys think. We'll exit this for the time being. And I really like the menu music as well. It's a Creative Commons version of this music. So I want something like really nice, but then at the same time, there's like 2 sides to the game. So there's like a evil, and there's also like a good, like it's like a strange beauty to the art of selling guns. You know, something like that. So I exit this, and I'll just show you levels. Yeah, so we got a cooler as well, and there's a couple other models. I'll try and keep it like this. So models, machines. This is the cooler I've just been working on. I do want to put some fans on the top, but we'll see how that works out. But I'm big fan of the cooler. I like the way that's turned out. It looks pretty cool. Lol, excuse the pun. But it's the same size as a plastic former, just as a different thing. Now I think they will go pretty well together. So yeah, happy with that. And I did model the inside. I probably didn't have to, but I thought, you know what, we're going to be letting the players zoom in quite a bit, so we'll do some fancy stuff for inside. But that was that. We've done the zipper, so I'll just do a little model lineup now of what we have at the moment. So there's our zipper. This is our forge, which is going to be used later on to like melt stuff down. That's the concrete base for it, which seems to have lost its material. We'll quickly rotate that and put that on there. So this is like a concrete block that it sits on, and then there we go. Pull it up. That's what the forge looks like. So you're going to be able to forge, like you're going to be able to melt down the copper to put around the end of the bullets. Then obviously your dispensers here. I'll rotate. And we've got the cutting machine and a heater. These are just the models, so unfortunately they don't have any effects on. But I could do the blueprints maybe. Let's have a look. BP, blueprints, placeable objects, machines. So this one should, yeah, so this is the full working game version. Let's do that, why not? So, we'll start off with the boxing machine. And then we've got the cutter. And then we've got the dispenser, the heater, merging machine, plastic former, sewing machine, shaker. So you can see, guys, and I am nowhere near done with the amount of machines that we're doing either. So you can see how crazy this is going to get soon. We've got the zipping machine as well, and then obviously we've got the ones that haven't been blueprinted yet. So the cooler as well, and whatever else hasn't been done, and the forger. But that's our lineup already, and I'm actually really happy with how it all looks. I'm trying to make them all so they stick to a kind of square level, and also give them some character at the same time. So I know they're kind of boxy, but for the alpha, I'm happy for them to be boxy, because really what we want is just functionality. Like, oh, and this is the bullet puncher that I was working on a while ago, but oh, that's lost its texture. So is that. Oh no, that one hasn't. It's found it again. So there's the bullet puncher, and that's where we're going to be. It will unravel copper for the bullets to go in. So yeah, that's the full lineup. I've got some more in the works, but I'll have to show you them another time when they're actually integrated into the game. Is that all of them? Yes. Obviously there's the end of the line as well, and we've also got other bits. Zippers there, mergers there, yeah. So that's what we got. That's our line at the moment. What we got: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 models. Plus we got all the other content that is going in, like loads of cool stuff. Like all the crates. Oh, it clicks on it and it's empty. Lol. Containers. So yeah, there's loads of content now, and really we're just trying to put it all together to make it playable for you guys to start checking out, but it all looks so awesome. So yeah, that's it really. This is part of the bullet line, this is part of the bullet line, this will be as well. So they'll start to become different, so you'll need these three to do bullets, plus you'll need maybe this one, and you're going to need a dispenser, and you're going to need for bullets, I believe, the heater. That's what we've got at the moment. And you'll need the boxer as well. But I'm probably we're going to do different machines. That's going to just be a normal boxing machine, and then I'm going to have one for bullets or whatever. So, and we're also going to get different levels of machines too. But I think I'll probably wrap it up here because I've done 3 videos and it's probably getting close to an hour long nearly, and I don't want to bore you all to death. But essentially, we are really doing well on this project. This is a rucksack, non-zipped version. Oh, let me slow this down quickly. There we go. Non-zip version, then it goes through the zipping machine, and that applies the zips. So it might be quite hard to see from back here, like when you're actually looking at it, but it does change. And we're going to allow you to zoom in as well. And obviously we've got our Kevlar as well. Well, there's no Kevlar plates in this, it's just the actual like chest carry. And then you're going to manufacture the Kevlar plates separately, just like they do in RL. Yeah, so, but yeah, like I say, I'm going to wrap this up for now because it's probably getting really long, and I don't know how many of you are even going to watch all of it. But it's been quite a while since we've given you an update, but also a lot's happened. So we've got loads of content, and menu's done. Steam is working. We're getting loads of content in now, like this. But most importantly, guys, I'd really appreciate it if you spread the word, tell people it's coming, watch it on IndieDB, like the Facebook, do all of that stuff that everyone tells you to do. I'm really not a massive fan of asking, like plugging. I know it's my game and we're working on it hard, and I really want it to be successful, but I absolutely hate having to tell people like to like the Facebook page, join the Discord. But I would appreciate it if you could do all that kind of stuff, because without you guys supporting it and coming and, you know, joining the fan base and stuff, it's going to be hard to get it off the ground. Like it could be a great idea, but if it's got no following, then unfortunately it'll flop. So but I don't think that'll happen with this game. It looks super popular already. Everyone seems to really be liking it. So I'll just say a big thank you to everyone that's already with us. You all know who you are, and we'll give you another update soon, probably when Ed's back from his holiday. So at the moment he's having a little rest, and then we're going to finish off this UI, and I reckon once we get about maybe 10 items working, like running through the lines and stuff, I think then we'll be looking at alpha. And I think, you know, we're not too far away from that because I've done all the items apart from the guns and the bullets. So I've done everything apart from the most important things. But we will see you soon, and hopefully we will have more of a game where it doesn't go completely crazy. But that's pre-alpha. It's pre-alpha. It's part of the fun. So see you all later, and thank you for following, guys. And I'll see you soon. Alright, take it easy.